Alright, so now we're moving on to the setup, and this can be difficult, but it gets easier over time. And the first step we're doing here is called the neck relief. So I'm taking a capo, and I've got a feeler gauge, 0.010 is my measurement, and basically you're sticking it under the 7th fret at this point, and if it moves, you need to either bend or straighten the neck. So lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. In my case, I need to loosen it a little bit. So you see I'm counting down there. And if it's pushing the string, I think I was good at this point. A little bit of movement, so I think I was adjusting a little bit more. Just give it like a quick quarter turn. Sorry, my hand's blocking it there. A lot of good videos online about this, so if this isn't clear, and I'm just checking it there. All right, next section is the bridge action height. So on the 17th fret, I've got a little ruler. I want it to be 1.6 millimeters from the bottom of the fret to the bottom of the string to the top of the fret. And so I'm kind of not showing it very well here, but you're gonna adjust the saddles up and down to raise the height of the string. Again, there's a lot of good resources online. I'm just showing it quickly here just to show you what I do. And you're gonna do, that's a Fender spec 1.6, and kind of just adjusting it there. Action is totally a personal preference. Some people like it high. I kind of like it not too high, not too low, so kind of in the middle. And once you have that set up, you can move on to the nut action height. So I did rough in earlier the little grooves with these the nut files. You can see here 0.018 on my gauge here. And what I'm doing is, it's a feeler gauge, I'm feeling underneath the 1st fret, and if there's a big gap, I want to cut the nut so the string can lower down. So starting with the 0.046, and this is the kind of thing you just do a little bit at a time. You loosen the string, pull it off, then retune it, and you check again with the feeler gauge. It's kind of a lot of back and forth, so I kind of just rough it in, and usually I go back later if things weren't good. You don't want to go too much, because it's kind of the thing where if you cut the nut too low, you're either going to replace the nut or you're going to try to fill in the hole, and it can be a mess. So take your time. Don't go as fast as I'm doing. What are you doing, buddy? Slow down. Yeah, so anyways, trying to get it done here. And once you do it a few times, it gets easier, and you want to just follow the path of the string. Now, this isn't something I've done on my tellies. Marketing genius, the name here. Big Ben's nut sauce. Basically, it's a lubricant that you're putting in your nuts, or my nut in this case. It's a little bit, it's like a Vaseline kind of thing. You squeeze it in with a little tube, and then you got a little brush to clean it up. And because I'm using the trem on this guitar, it's supposed to help keep it in tune and just lubricate the nut so the nut isn't pulling. It's letting the string slide through, and you're not going to get friction that will detune the guitar. I guess it pulls on the tuners and puts it out of tune. At least that's what I think. That's how it works. Let me know if that's the theory behind it. You can also use graphite. This one maybe is a little bit dirtier. I've had this for a while, so I'm using that. Don't put it in your mouth. What are you doing? All right, and the last part should be the last part, the intonation, where you're checking see that the guitar stays in tune all the way up. So the open E string, you want it to sound the same at the 12th fret, which is an octave up, and then you can lower or shrink or grow, expand the string length. And that's what I'm doing here.